Supporting topics 11. The equation for deflection calls for the units for weight to be in pounds. I noticed that the solution used weight per foot or pounds per inches. How does this still work out? See the attached photo for more information. And then you've kind of annotated my video solution here to show that the equation for deflection calls for W to be in weight in pounds. But you notice that in the solution we use pounds per inch. And why does this equation still work? So good question. I think I wrote a capital W here, but maybe I could have written like a more curvy W to show that it's lowercase. But this equation would not work if this was just pounds. It has to be pounds per inch. And if you check the reference handbook for the corresponding equation, 5W L to the fourth, you'll find it in the section under deflection of beams. It does show a lowercase w here, so I don't think there's any ambiguity in the reference handbook. I think it's clear there that it should be a small w and that it should be pounds force per inch, just like shown in the solution here. If there's any confusion at all, it's on me for writing what looks like a capital W here. But again, if you were to write just pounds in here, you'd end up with the wrong units at the end, and it just wouldn't work. So I think you'd get some way down the line and you'd find out that you had one less inch or one more inch or one less inch in the units, and you need the answer to just be in inches. So you'd go ahead and make some adjustments at that point. And you might even find yourself asking the question like you did here, like, hey, is this capital W, lowercase w? Is this supposed to be per unit length or not? And then you'd be staring at the reference handbook trying to make that distinction. But again, you know, the units ultimately are going to be your guide. So if it doesn't come out in the final units that you need it to be, then you know something's amiss. And just by the fact that you asked this question, I think something in your brain said alarm bells were going off and something was amiss. And that's what got you to ask the question. But I think just noticing this issue should be enough to point you in the right direction to investigate it and hopefully be able to answer your own question. You know, even if the W looks like a capital W, you had the right instinct there to say, hey, this has to be pounds per inch for the formula to work.